Alright guys, hi. My first video. It's an unboxing of the Intex K2 Excursion Pro. Now, I haven't seen a whole lot of these online, so I figured, it was my birthday, my wife asked me what I wanted, I did a lot of research, and I wound up getting two of these. So I'm actually going to unbox this one, talking to you like this, and then I'm going to unbox the other wearing the GoPro and give you guys a close-up look, and I'll splice it all together and see what you guys think. Anyway, like I said, I did a lot of looking online for different kayaks. We don't have a big rig. I used to have nothing but pickup trucks, which made it easy to haul stuff, but gas, costs a little bit too much, so I decided to go with a hybrid, and now I can't haul an actual hard shell kayak, so we opted for a couple of inflatables. So looking online, these seem to have really good ratings, even though they seem to be a newer product from Intex, but I still think that it was the best purchase. These ran just over $200 each, and that came with the kayak, 2 oars, and a bag. This particular model also has footrests and a accessory bar, so you can mount fishing supplies on it, or like a fishing rod holder, or perhaps something like a depth finder, handheld or portable depth finder. So anyway, we're gonna get started. So as you can see, I just opened the box, so nothing's unpackaged, so you're gonna have to bear with me as I pull out the trash and kind of put it off to the side. Anyway, so right on top we have a little baggie here. It looks like it's got some instructions on it, or in it, and we've got a small kit for patches and repairs right here. So I'm just going to set that off to the side here. Next on top, what do we got here? It's another bag. I'm going to be careful so I don't cut this. This thing's inflatable, but for ease of speed, we're just going to cut these bags open. Save a little bit of time in this process. All right, what do we got here? Looks like an inflatable seat. We'll just set that off to the side. Next up, we have a couple of oars sitting on top. Just open those up real quick. Not too bad, pretty light. Just a plastic material, nothing fancy. It's kind of what you can expect from a budget inflatable kayak. We'll free up the garbage here. Just kind of set it all off to the side and I'll go through the setup process with you guys. Got a couple of small pieces here, so it looks like it's a 5-piece setup per paddle with a couple of bumpers here. Set those off to the side. Do the same thing with the next one. The knife, by the way, is a Benchmade. It's my everyday carry. They're a little expensive, but they are a high quality product. Benchmade's based out of Oregon City, Oregon. I think it started originally down in California, but they're now considered a local company. Anyway, it's a fantastic knife. You'll see me using it fairly frequently, I think. Alright, next up, the pump. heard a lot of good things about this pump. It sounds like your typical double action hand pump, so it basically is blowing air in on both the up and the downstroke. And what most people fail to mention in this whole process is the fact that it's got two sides here. So if you notice, I'm turning it on its side, we've got two sides. We've got an in and an out port. Obviously, if you're pumping it up, you want it hooked up to the correct side and it's blowing air in. But on the other side, when you pump, it'll suck the air out. Help pull all the air out of that boat, make it easier to fold up and stow. So I'm just going to set that off to the side as well. Moving on. The bag. Bag looks to be of a good size. Kind of a flimsy material, you know. I've seen that a lot. It's a feels water repellent on the outside, and on the inside it's a little more material-like, but it's all synthetic. Yeah, but everything's supposed to fit in there, so we'll see. And let's see here. Got a box. Looks like all the hard plastic pieces. So it looks like we've got the shallow water and deep water scags. Here's the right here is the accessory bar I mentioned. Here are the footrests. This boat also has two oar holders, or not oar holders, fishing pole holders with it. It's billed as a fishing kayak. And then this looks like a pressure gauge. I'm not sure what that is, so I guess we'll find out. Open it up. Let's see here. I'm not going to necessarily take all these things out right now, but let's give you a quick what for here. That's one part of the accessory bar. I guess we'll figure out what that other thing is here shortly. Yeah, we'll just set it off to the side and come back for it. Here's the big bag. This feels like it's probably around 30 pounds or so. So not heavy, obviously portable enough for one person. Well, first impressions, nice thick material. Very impressive with the weight of this product. So, get this out of the way here. Box out of the way. We'll unfold this. So, as you can see, has an overall good length to it. This thing is sold as 12 feet 7 inches, I think the box says. So it's a tandem two-person. Got 12 feet 7 inches by 3 feet 1 inch, so not too wide. We'll unfold it. See what we're working with. So it looks like the splash covers in front and back. It looks like they are built in, or at least pre-attached. They're held on by some polypropylene rope, it looks like. We've got polypropylene rope as well for grabbing. We've got a nice welded handle here with a hard nose cone. And the same exact thing on the back end. Put this out. Boston type valves, and just spin this around here so we're working closer. A little something extra in there. Flew out. This is the booster pad. Lift you up a few inches off of the floor of the boat, give you a little extra height and a little more swing with your kayak paddles. So, right here are Boston valves that we were talking about. They have covers that lock in. The hose for the pump will go in there and lock in as well. So it creates a nice seal. There you have, before you can use it though, you have to push in and give it a quarter turn, and it'll lock it in the open position. You want to make sure that you, when you're done filling it, twist it a quarter turn the other direction and lock it closed before you put the sealed gasket cap back on. Okay? All right. So, let's see. Let's get the pump put together. So, pretty simple. It's just two pieces. You've got the pump itself, and when you do this, you can feel, if you put your fingers here on either side of this cross piece that runs perpendicular to the handle, you can feel it's blown. One side blows, the other one sucks in. This is the blow side, so that's the one I'm going to hook up to. Hose just slips right on over it. It's a nice snug fit, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about it popping off. Now just save a little bit of time so I don't forget. I'm going to open up all the valves. I like to hear it. There we go. Alright. So we're going to slide this on right over, give it a twist, then we'll start pumping. Now they tell me it's a pretty quick process with this particular pump. They say that the whole thing takes about 10 minutes to fill in, to inflate fully. You can see on the back side there, it's really starting to pump up. So this isn't too hard of a task. I'm not pumping or working particularly hard at pumping it. But yeah, it's filling right up. Now you can certainly save a little bit of effort. I'm not sure how much time you can save by investing in a pump that I'm going to fill this part way for now. You can invest in a pump that you can plug in the 12-volt port in your car, but I'm not sure. Whereas it would save you effort, I'm not sure it would save you any time because this is pretty fast. So I filled the first side only part way because I want it to be nice and even. I don't want it to lean or be lopsided. So fill one side most of the way up. The other side I'm going to fill all the way up. Go back, fill the other, and then I'll fill the four. I'm just going to do this. I'll probably fast forward in the editing. So just enjoy the show for a moment. Now, it does have a gauge, so I'm going to bust that out. I might invest in that pump, 12-volt pump. We'll see. It's probably like $100 or something. Anyway. Bag was sealed on both ends. Here's the gauge. PSI in red. It's the bottom one. Goes up. Looks like it goes up to 7 pounds. So, yeah. Let's use it and see where we're at. Well, it says I'm not even registered, so I find that hard to believe, but let's give it a little more air anyway. Here it says we're at 1 PSI. Well, I'll look it up in the instructions and find out what it's actually supposed to be at. So we've got both sides filled, they're about the same. Now we'll hit the floor real quick, and then we'll go over some of the other things. No, didn't work like I wanted. Okay. So with the Boston valves, you don't have to give them a quarter twist to open them before you fill it. As soon as you hook up the hose, give it a twist, opens it up. When you untwist it, closes them again. Awesome. Just remember to put the caps on. Okay, well, that's filled. That didn't take long. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to attach the skegs. They've got a short skeg and a long skeg. They help the boat track, stay straight while you're paddling. I'm gonna hook on the long skeg. See. There's a front and a back to this thing. So the back is where the skeg goes. And it's also the end where the excuse me. It's also the end where the valves are. So it'll go on sweeping backwards. And it looks pretty straightforward. You just slide it right on in, and it's gripped right in place. To remove it, you press down on the little plastic tab there and slide it forward. Comes right off. So there's that. I'm going to take it off though. I don't want it bent. But you can see, it goes on. Comes off pretty easy. Alright. I imagine it'll get looser as we go. Okay. Now, as you can see, this thing's pretty long, but we have Velcro strips in a couple of different places. Allows you to move the seats, which have Velcro strips on the bottom of them. Also got a couple of loop runs And that's for allowing the positioning and placing of the footrests. And then you can see up here on the sides, we've got more loops. That's for that crossbar, that accessory bar I was telling you about. So set this back down. What else? So here we have one of the chairs. You can see here's that Velcro I was telling you about on the underside. We've also got a couple of straps here. So what those straps are going to allow to happen is you'll be able to lean back and it'll support you because we have some very solid D-rings on 2, 4, 6, 8. There are 10 D-rings, you know, welded, like looks like they're triple welded into the plastic here. Let me move this real quick. And simple enough, we'll blow these up. That's the upper half. Oh, it fills up both. Sweet. And then what you'll do is you'll take this. So that's the back. Looks like if you're sitting in the back. Ooh, it's a snug fit back here. But then you can take these and attach them to the D-rings, like so. Screw that up here, I think. And then you can see, as you lay backwards on it, it'll support you. You can shorten them up, bring you into a little more upright position. I personally like to lounge, but you may not. So just take it up. Now you can see it's in a much more upright position. Next, a footrest. Pretty simple. Nice solid plastic. It doesn't feel like it's going to give out. So, got the loop system here that I was mentioning earlier. It's a nice snug fit, so I don't think you got to worry about it coming out, slipping on you. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And then we've got our second seat and the booster, which you can blow up, lift you up a few inches, which I think, you know, if you're paddling solo, it's probably the best way to go. Lifts you up, gets you going, especially if you're shorter. I'm just a hair under 6 feet, so I don't think this is going to be a problem for me. I won't know until I actually get out and test it though. And let's see. Let's put these things together. So this, I imagine, is going to go in the middle, this black piece. It's got the typical hole and spring-loaded button setup that you find. Locks right in there, no problem. Let's see. Looks like there may be a right and a left to this thing, so we'll figure out what's going on. Same thing with this one though, but this particular one, I'm wondering if it shouldn't go the other way. That way you can adjust the angle on your pattern or on your paddles. So, and here we go. Yeah, I bet you that's it. And then we'll grab the paddles themselves, although I'm not entirely certain. Here's the instructions. when all else fails, right? Here I am trying to do it the hard way. I've been telling you about this awesome knife I have from Benchmade, and I forget to use it. Sounds about right. Just trying to figure out where these O-rings are going to go. I mean, that's it. This feels meatier. Alright, let's find the important part. There we go. Okay, these things go somewhere out here. Not sure if they go double side out, double side in. Doesn't matter. Not too important. Grab this spoon. I'm doing them double side out. I'm going to take our paddles and one button right in there just like that. Same with this one. One button right in there just like that. So now you can see that they're offset. So this particular piece has 3 holes, so you can change the angle. If you don't like it at 90 degrees, which, you know, I mean, seems like a lot of wrist motion when you're paddling, you can give it a spin, shallow that up a little bit so you're not quite as far. This is probably where I'll use it. I think I'll use it the right way though. Here we go. Like so. These things can obviously slide in for your hand stops so you know where to go. Anyway, feels pretty good. A little bit of give, not much. It's still a pretty tight fit. Doesn't feel like anything's just gonna fall off. So yeah, it'll be okay. Not too heavy, you know. Maybe a pound, maybe a little bit over, not much. It's not carbon fiber or fiberglass, but it is lightweight aluminum and plastic, so there's that. And yeah, we've got one other thing to show you here before I go. It's this piece. This is the accessory bar that I was mentioning. So you can see as we get up here, we've got these loops. So we can stick this in one of 3 positions, it looks like. There are 4 loops, so it provides for 3 different positions. And you just kind of stick it in there, shove it down, and it's nice and solid actually. I mean, there's a little bit of wiggle, but nothing bad. So yeah, and again, you're going to use this when you're in solo mode. So in solo mode, the seat, you know, tandem, you're going to have another seat here, right? So you're paddling, both of you. But when it's just you, you're probably going to want to move that seat up here into this middle Velcro section, have your footrest up here, and then you can have your fishing gear here. Oh, I guess we've got this too. Still don't know what that is. Guess I'll have to look at the instructions a little bit closer. Don't know. Anyway, now I hear these aren't that great, but if you'll notice here, we've got a couple of built-in recesses for those plastic pieces, and those are supposed to be your rod holders. So I've seen some complaining that when you put your rod in, you pull your rod out, this comes with it, which makes it less than ideal. But I'm kind of wondering if they didn't have it in right, because that seemed to take a little more effort for me to pull off than it did in some of the other videos I've seen. So yeah, that's that. This is my first unboxing, like I said, so thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for sticking around to watch this thing. But yeah, expect to see it in the water soon. I'll wear the GoPro, we'll take it out, we'll paddle around. We've got a lake that's just up the road from us. It's a good size. Held national record for smallmouth bass at one point coming out of it. They stock it with trout as well as brood stock, and it also has perch and bluegill in there as well. So Anyway, hope you tune in for the next episode. Thanks a lot. Bye.